The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Here on the Domino's post-game report, Adam Cavalier pleased to be joined courtside by head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, what a performance, especially in the second half to start. You made your first 10 shots. Clayton State missed its first 10 shots. What you see from your team with that monster 22-0 run spanning the halftime break?
The response after halftime was I was impressed. 20-0 run starts second half, but we weren't happy, or that's not right. We weren't content with the first half, and our guys came out and just jumped on it fast and quick on both ends of the court, and were able to build that lead, and then maintained it. You know, the rest of half, and it's hard, man. When you get up like that, it's really hard to especially with that much time to go. 15 minutes to go in the second half, a 30-point lead, and it's hard to keep guys sort of not motivated, but just keep them locked in. And the other team at that point is just playing free and easy, and so congrats to our guys. This was I thought an incredibly difficult challenge, and our guys performed very, very well.
I would argue Clayton State much improved from last year.
Much improved.
Even with the result. Granted, without the services of Harper today for the Lakers.
Yeah.
But your team dominated everything. Double-digit rebounding margin for a fifth time in 6 games. What did it take to get on the glass against a Clayton State team that has rebounded the ball well at times this season?
I mean, you saw them, man. Look test, they pass it with flying colors. They're big, they're athletic, they compete, they're well coached, they play hard. Everything like that could be said they do. But our guys were really intentional about what we wanted to do in terms of rebounding on both ends of the court. The guys that we have sort of predetermined to go to the opposite glass went consistently. And on the defense end, we gang rebounded the ball. Now, the second half, I thought our overall defensive rebounding wasn't as good as the first half. I thought we had elite defensive rebounding. Second half, not as good. As I said, I think everything sort of suffered due to the large margin. But kudos to our guys again for stepping up, and we create targets for them. And our guys are pretty good about once you tell them this is the target, they're pretty good about hitting it.
Efficiency staggering
today
against a pretty good Clayton State defensive team. John Zhao, I keep waiting for the numbers to drop a little bit, and they don't. 24 points for a guy who's got a 68, 75, 90 slash. The slash numbers don't go down today.
He's incredibly efficient because he is confident, and he's tough. He's tough mentally. He's a very tough mental guy, and regardless of what happened the last possession, all that matters to him in that moment is the current possession. So he does a great job of being present and staying sort of lost in the moment, so to speak.
Nick Brennigan, also efficient, but doing things that he hasn't done. Career-high 6 assists for Nick. What did you see from him sharing the ball today?
Well, the defense, you'd almost say style makes the fight. But the defense allowed for us to get, north-south and to sort of trigger rotation of our opponent, and then to share the ball. We clearly have a team that really trusts each other at a very high level, and are willing to give the thing up to get cleaner looks. And so kudos to our guys again. You got to give credit to the guys, because they're the ones that make the decisions in real time that allow us for our preferred outcomes.
Ren Dyer has a stat sheet stuffer kind of night. 7 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. How instrumental was he for this performance off the bench?
In all honesty, I think Ren, how he has redefined himself this season. I think it's allowing our team to be to have the successes we've had up to this point. He's truly redefined his game, and it's not even arguable. His numbers are the best they've been in his time here. The percentages are what really matter, and he's creating opportunities for other people, along with still defending, rebounding at a high level. And then he's always good for one absolute, detonation, as you like to call it, once we get the ball. So I just love where he's at, and he's doing everything at this point his junior year, doing everything we need to be doing.
Trey Hubbard continues the maturation of his game. 20 points, fourth time he's had 20-point night in his career, but he also dishes out 7 assists and makes 3 steals. We've touched on it. Feels like night in, night out with Trey, but the continued progress that he's made, really the first game this season where he's dropped big points and big assist numbers.
Yeah, and did against a team that was going to challenge him. No, I've said multiple times, I mean, Trey, I'm his third coach in 3 years. We're the second college he's been at in 3 years. So he's just getting comfortable, especially having missed basically the entire preseason. He's just getting comfortable. And we're finding the common ground we need to find as a coach and a player, and especially at that position of point guard. It's a big deal to me what that person does and how they sort of run the team. And he's doing he continues to evolve in the right direction, trending in the right direction with those things. And like you said, when you look at the stats, look at the stat sheet. I mean, he's scoring in an efficient manner. Most importantly, though, he's sharing that ball and turning the opponent over. So I just like where he's at.
While maintaining good care of the ball himself, a 7-to-1 assist to turnover
yeah,
ratio.
it's elite.
Defensively, first half you give up 52% shooting. Granted, the shot type that Clayton State was after, they were 0 for 5 from deep, and I think every basket they made was a 15-footer, was between 15 and 18 feet. What did you do to take that away in the second half and keep them to 34% shooting after halftime?
Well, we had a pretty intense talk at halftime about defending the ball as a group, and I thought we did a better job with that and forced some more difficult shots, tough twos as we call them, and that again, credit to our guys responding to the halftime adjustment.
Week off again. Conference play starts on Saturday. Limestone and Kyle Perry arrive in Holt for a 4 p.m. tip on December 9th after finals finish up. What do you have to do to put this first season not quite to bed? You still got 2 non-conference games left on the docket, but conference play begins with zest and vigor against the Saints.
First of all, we got to get our guys to finish strong academically. That's one thing. We got 4 guys graduating here at the mid-break, so really excited about that for them and their families and that accomplishment. But then we also got to be on the court and getting ourselves locked in for that conference opener. I mean, clearly there's some history there with Limestone being that their head coach was an assistant here, and you know, they have really improved in his time there. Got us last year. And so we know, I think we know what we need to do to give ourselves a chance this year, but it goes back to practice preparation.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on a big one.
Thanks, Cap.
Over Clayton State.